I need to know what they used this for.
Doesn't matter what.
Yes, it does.
I say walk.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 times actors refused to film specific movie scenes.
Come on, what you got? What you got?
See ya!
For this list, we'll be looking at times when movie actors took a stand and refused to film a specific scene or had it changed. This entails a couple of spoilers. Do you agree with the line in the sand these actors refused to cross? Let us know in the comments. Number 10, Mike Myers, Wayne's World. Could you imagine Wayne's World without the Bohemian Rhapsody scene? Thankfully, you don't have to, but that was actually a possibility. The movie came out in 1992, and it turns out the studio really wanted to use a Guns N' Roses song. Well, while Myers liked the band, he felt that Bohemian Rhapsody was the best song for the scene.
Mamma mia, mamma mia, mamma mia, let me go. Beelzebub has a devil put aside for me, for me.
It was Myers' first film, but he felt so strongly about it that he recalled saying, quote, "I'm out. I don't want to make this movie if it's not Bohemian Rhapsody."
It will be mine. Oh, yes.
Number 9, Emily Blunt, Sicario.
You used me as bait.
You know how they say listen to your gut? If you're an actress like Emily Blunt, you sometimes also have to listen to your chest. This is what she did on the set of 2015's Sicario, when she refused to film a nude scene.
I can't sign that.
As she told Howard Stern, quote, "We didn't agree with it," also clarifying that by we, she was talking about her breasts. Along with her breasts, her co-star Benicio del Toro and the film's director Denis Villeneuve both supported her decision, and the scene was ultimately cut.
How are you feeling?
Better?
Number 8, Kane Hodder, Friday the 13th, Part 8, Jason Takes Manhattan.
No! No, please, no! 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 Please, no!
While it differs for everyone, we all have things we just won't do. And for Jason Voorhees, that thing is kick a dog. Or at least that's something that Jason actor Kane Hodder decided was one step too far for the character.
You're right. I find it a tall tale indeed.
While filming Friday the 13th, Part 8, Jason Takes Manhattan, there was a moment written in the script that called for Jason to kick a dog upon emerging from the water in Manhattan. Hodder, who made his first appearance as Voorhees in the 7th film in the franchise, felt that the murderous character would never hurt an animal. Although, as we saw a little later in the scene, Hodder had no qualms with Jason kicking a boombox.
Yo, man, it's cool. It's cool, man. It's cool.
Number 7, Gal Gadot, Justice League. While filming Justice League, Gal Gadot wasn't just playing a character who was a symbol of female empowerment. She was one herself.
No one else can do what you do.
Zack Snyder was the director of the film, but after he left for personal reasons, Joss Whedon was brought in to finish things up.
Amazon.
One of the scenes that Whedon was responsible for was the tunnel battle. At one point, the Flash falls on top of Wonder Woman and lands with his hands on her breasts. But while Whedon thought the scene was a moment of comic relief, Gadot felt it was an unneeded sexualization of her character. She refused to film it, even after Whedon threatened her career. He ended up casting a body double to do it. Number 6, Jim Carrey, Dumb and Dumber.
Hey guys, we're going on a national bikini tour, and we're looking for 2 oil boys who can grease us up before each competition.
At the end of Dumb and Dumber, Lloyd and Harry are presented with the opportunity to travel on a bus with bikini models. And while most people watching couldn't imagine not getting on that bus, the fact that they dumbingly don't is a perfect ending to the classic 90s comedy. But while we know that, it would seem that the studio wasn't as sure.
You realize what you've done?
In fact, they asked the Farrelly brothers to film a version where the guys do get on the bus.
You'll have to excuse my friend. He's a little slow. The town is back that way.
Not wanting to do so, the brothers took the suggestion to Carrey, who told them he was not stepping foot on that bus. so they didn't even shoot it and just told the studio that they ran out of daylight. Number 5. Morgan Freeman, The Shawshank Redemption. It turns out that the ending to The Shawshank Redemption changed a couple of times during the filmmaking process.
Dear Red, if you're reading this, you've gotten out. And if you've come this far, maybe you're willing to come a little further.
Originally, the movie was set to end as Red is riding the bus, leaving it up in the air exactly what happens, and if he and Andy do meet up or not.
I hope the Pacific is as blue as it has been in my dreams. I hope.
Eventually, though, with the help of test audiences, director Frank Darabont decided to end it with a reunion on the beach. However, instead of the quiet, wordless reunion we got, Darabont initially wanted Red to get Andy's attention by blowing on the harmonica he had gifted him earlier in the film. Yes, it sounds a little corny to us too. It did to Morgan Freeman as well, and he refused to film it.
Get busy living, or get busy dying. That's goddamn right.
Number 4. Glenn Close, Air Force One. In the 1997 action film Air Force One, Harrison Ford plays the president with Glenn Close in the role of Vice President Catherine Bennett.
How the hell did this happen? How the hell did they get Air Force One?
As you may remember, the president's plane gets taken hostage, leaving Bennett as the highest authority on the ground. The situation is obviously tense and stressful, and originally there was a call for Bennett to shed some tears during the crisis. Well, Close was having none of that, and to that we say yes. There's nothing wrong with crying, but with that being said, a scene that reduces a strong, powerful female character to tears when all the men around her are holding strong would seem to play into stereotypes that just feel, shall we say, icky?
General, send our fighters into Kazakhstan.
Number 3. Anna Kendrick, Pitch Perfect 3. If you were wondering why Becca didn't have a romantic storyline in Pitch Perfect 3, it wasn't for lack of trying on the studio's side.
Sorry, I'm Theo.
Hi, I'm Becca.
Hi.
Nice to meet you.
How you doing?
Originally, she was to have a full romantic arc with DJ Khaled's music producer Theo, but Anna Kendrick nixed that before filming even started, calling it, quote, problematic. But the higher-ups didn't give up, and were still pushing for her and Theo to at least end the movie with a kiss. We're not sure how that's less problematic, and Kendrick obviously felt the same way, because she said no to that as well.
So you work for me now?
Yeah, you're the boss.
Number 2. Michelle Rodriguez, The Fast and the Furious. Could you imagine the Fast and Furious franchise without Michelle Rodriguez? It turns out that could have been the case had a specific scene not been taken out of the first film.
You look a bit tired. I think you should go upstairs and give me a massage.
The scene in question involved Rodriguez's character Letty cheating on her boyfriend Dominic, played by Vin Diesel, with Paul Walker's character Brian. It seems absolutely crazy to think about that now, but at the time, that was actually in the script. Rodriguez couldn't do it.
You want ass, why don't you hit Hollywood Boulevard? You want an adrenaline rush? It'll be too large. Right here, right now.
As she told the Daily Beast, quote, "Is it realistic for a Latin girl who's with the alphaist of the alpha males to cheat on him with the cute boy?" Rodriguez was going to quit over it, but Diesel had her back and the scene was cut. Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Jessica Alba, Into the Blue. What would you say if someone wanted you to swim around with a tiger shark?
How sick is that?
That was amazing.
Sure, there are some that would say yes to that request, but we're assuming most people would respond with a big fat hell no. And Jessica Alba is one of them.
Shark, get out of the water, the shark.
The incident in question occurred during the filming of the 2005 flop Into the Blue, in which director John Stockwell wanted a tiger shark to swim right between Alba and her co-star. Alba, not feeling safe with the situation and realizing that they could easily insert the shark in post-production, refused to get in the water. Instead, she headed to shore and told Stockwell he could get in the water if it meant so much to him.
We're all in this together now, right?
Not me. Not anymore.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.